Hi everyone. Thank you for joining. We'll just start in about 2 minutes, just waiting on a few more parents to join, and then we can get started. To logistics of the camp and walk you through everything in detail. And if you please stay on mute, and if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. My colleague Ethan is also online, so he can help answer any questions, and we'll do a proper Q&A at the end of this session. I hope everyone can hear me. And I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see. Okay, I'm gonna get started. So, yeah, welcome to Camp Skandagiri. This program, Skandagiri 8, is gonna take place from June 16th to June 21st, so in about 10 days or so. Skandagiri is located very close to Bangalore city, just about 2 hours away from the city and 1 hour away from Bangalore airport. So it's one of our most conveniently located campuses, and it's ideal for this 9 to 11 age group because it's a very minimal travel time, and it's also very comfortable, one of our more cushy campuses with proper large tents that can accommodate 4 to 5 kids easily, with attached functioning bathrooms and so on, a very nice common area, proper kitchen, and a very beautiful garden and so on. So just to give you a little overview, Skandagiri is located at the foothills of the Nandi Hills. It's very close to a very beautiful lake. So it's in the outdoors, but still very close to the city, which reduces the travel time. This is a 6-day program where and for tailored for beginner campers who will get an introduction to activities like rock climbing and bouldering, low ropes course and zip lining, as well as hiking, backpacking, and outdoor survival. So I'm going to give you a little overview about the program itself, and take you through a general day at Camp Skandagiri. So children usually wake up early. They wake up with the sun by about 5:36 in the morning, and they start their day with some warm milk, tea, biscuits, whatever gets them up and going. This is followed by about a half an hour session of warm up where they do a little jogging, stretching, sing some songs, play some games that get their body moving. And this is followed by a proper hearty breakfast. All our meals are buffet style meals with multiple options, including veg, non veg, and Jain options and we also take care of any dietary restrictions that children may have. And I will delve into that a bit deeper. So kids start off the day with a full breakfast, and we encourage them to eat well so that they have energy for the activities and for the day. And every morning between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. is when they are focused on the activity of the day. Like I said, this is either rock climbing, low ropes course, outdoor survival, or backpacking, which includes certain elements that help them learn and grow and step out of their comfort zone a bit. This is followed by a warm and nutritious lunch back on campus. We keep the food as similar to home food as possible. So dal, roti, sabzi, rice, chicken curry. We have a few Chinese options. One day we do pasta. This is just again, keep the food tasty, but also keep it nutritious and something that children are used to eating and will enjoy eating. Every day in the afternoons is when they take a shower, which is usually post lunch once they're done with their outdoor activity for the day. And this is followed by what we call cool time activities, which is more recreational activities that take place on campus itself. So this includes tie-dye, bracelet making, rifle shooting, archery, a trip to the local temple just to give them a flavor of the area, and also many games and opportunities to make new friends and work on their leadership and teamwork skills as well. This is followed by a 5 p.m. snack, usually something like papri chaat or pakoras, along with their milk tea and refreshments. Um, and they also do a little reflection exercise every day to think about the day, think about the friends they're making, the activities they've done, and how they've challenged themselves as well, which is something all the kids do together. And this is followed by soup and again a buffet style dinner. And they end the day early by about 9 p.m. so that they are well rested for the next day. So now to go into the activities in a bit more detail, children do 4 activities over the course of this program. The first is bouldering and rock climbing, where they are introduced to climbing equipment, they understand notes, ropes, they understand the safety elements of rock climbing before challenging themselves on boulders. So, for example, if you can see the image on the right, that's an example of the level of rock climbing that they will experience and get to experiment with. Um, the second activity is hiking and a cookout. So this is where children learn the basics of trekking uphill, trekking downhill, how to pitch a tent. They also spend one day cooking their own lunch, which is, an experience in just being in the outdoors and learning how to fend for themselves. Um, the third activity is low ropes course, which is sort of like a jungle gym that we have built on campus itself, that allows them to experience different sort of versions of aerodynamic exercises that help them challenge their balance and just have a lot of fun, as well as a zip lining element, which is usually a favorite amongst all the kids. And the last module is an outdoor survival skills module where they learn activities like how to find water resources in the jungle, how to start a fire, how to make a shelter, how to identify edible plants, which is also very interesting. So that's a little rundown on the main activities that they'll be doing. The picture on the right is a good example of the ropes course jungle gym that they'll get to experience. So now when it comes to, safety and care for the kids, we at Inme have been doing programs with students for the last 30 years. So we take safety and security of the children. It's of the utmost importance to us. And you can see this through the level of training and skill that our instructors have. They've all been certified by institutions like NIM and JIM, and are all outdoor certified. And they also do internal trainings with us, which are more to do with sensitivity trainings, learning how to work with kids, helping them deal with issues at this age like homesickness or working together, playing together, understanding what their needs are for the 7 days that they are with us. We also maintain a very strict 1:6 instructor to child ratio. And we also have female instructors on every camp so that the female participants are as comfortable as possible. When it comes to transport, we partner with trusted third-party providers. Usually kids for this program are either flying into Bangalore airport or coming in from Bangalore city, and we'll have buses, taking them to the camp. It's a very short distance. But we follow, like I said, all the protocols, and we do checks and double checks of all the vehicles beforehand. Now, when it comes to equipment for activities that they are getting introduced to, we only work with the most high-end, internationally accredited safe equipment. We also have a policy of if there is an equipment that is damaged or not functional, then we are in no way going to try to fix it. We are always going to instantly replace it with something brand new because we do not take any shortcuts when it comes to the safety of the children. This campus will also have a resident doctor on site who will be with the kids throughout the program. So if there are any children who are on any sort of medication that they need to continue to take while they are at camp, you can share the doctor's note as well as the medication with them. And the doctor on campus will take care of this. Also being a part of the outdoors and experiencing these activities for the first time, children can get some cuts or bruises, which again is something that the doctor takes care of. And we are fully equipped with a first aid kit, and the nearest hospital is about 20 minutes away, should any emergency need arise. Now, I've already touched upon accommodation a bit. Participants share spacious tents with attached bathrooms. This is again keeping in mind the safety of the children so that at night, if they need to go to the washroom, they don't need to step outside of their tents. Instructors will usually sleep right next door. We have separate tent allocations for boys and girls. And respectively, male and female instructors will be sleeping in the tents right next door. So if children need anything at night, instructors are available to them at all times. We also have a full staff that takes care of keeping the washrooms, the kitchens, common areas clean. However, children are encouraged to keep their own belongings safe and their own personal areas neat and tidy. Again, part of our philosophy of, helping kids become a little bit more independent. I had also touched upon meals a little bit. Like I mentioned, we keep the food as simple and as close to what they would eat at home. So, for example, with multiple options in buffet style. So, for example, for breakfast, kids we might have the option of a poha, egg, aloo parantha, dosa on different days. And lunch and dinner will be variations of dal, rice, roti, raita, sabzi, paneer, chicken curry, and so on. And we take care of any dietary restrictions or requirements that children have. We also do one Chinese night and one pasta night to, keep it interesting and make sure that they are also enjoying the food and eating well. Meal times are closely supervised by instructors. This is because we do require that the children eat well. If they don't eat well, chances of them not enjoying the activities, falling sick, becoming dehydrated are much higher. So this is something we do monitor. We also monitor their hydration levels and their water and liquid intake throughout the day to make sure that kids don't get dehydrated or, this doesn't affect the quality of their experience. And also food is provided at all times, not only the 4 meals, but if at any time a child is hungry in between meals, they can just have to come to an instructor and say they want food and they will be provided with snacks or something to refresh them. So yeah, now when it comes to the traveling, if kids are coming in from Bangalore city, then we usually depart from the city. We have a pickup point near Indranagar, and we leave Bangalore at 10 a.m. And it's about a 2-hour bus journey to camp. So this ensures that they reach in time to have a hot lunch ready and waiting for them. And on the return, they leave post lunch at about 2 p.m. and are back in the city by 4 p.m. that day. For participants who are flying in, and you would have already scheduled your flights. If you are traveling with an escort, then our team will, obviously meet you at the airport. And similarly, it's about a 1-hour drive to campus, and you will be taken directly from the airports. And yeah, it usually takes about an hour from the airport, and the mode of transport is comfortable AC luxury buses. So now I'd like to touch base on a very important part of the campus and the experience, which is expectation settings. So as you know, the most important part is communication. So part of our philosophy and part of what we do is to help children get more independent, help them completely be in the environment of camp, making new friends, experiencing the activities. So we have a no communication and no contact policy, as you know, between the parent and the child. Which is why we have created a WhatsApp channel. If you're not on the WhatsApp channel, then please do join it, because that is where you will be getting updates from about the children daily. Both morning and evening, we will share an update on the health, the weather, how everyone is doing, what activities they did that day, and we share about a few pictures of the day every evening as well. And I am the point of contact for you. I'm the program manager. So you all have my personal number, which I'll be sharing with you as well again. So if you have any concerns or questions during this program or even before or after, you can reach out to me for anything and I will be available. And you know how our communication policy is no news is good news. So if you are not hearing from me personally, that means your child is doing perfectly fine, is having a great time, is totally healthy. If you are hearing from me, then it is usually to inform you about, if there is an incident where a child has maybe hurt themselves or has a cold or a fever or something, then I will be informing you immediately. We have, like I mentioned, the basic first aid available on campus. But if there is a situation where a child might need antibiotics or might need an X-ray or something, or need to be taken to the hospital, then we will only proceed with your guidance after speaking with you and figuring out what the next best steps is according to you. So yeah, 9 times out of 10, you'll be hearing from me only to discuss maybe a logistic travel issue. And if there is any instance where you need to be contacted, I will be contacting you immediately. Now, we are not a luxury camp or resort. We are a very comfortable, hygienic space, but it's all about living as a community, following safety protocols, and also roughing it out, experiencing, there might be a bug in a tent once in a while. This is part and parcel of the experience. And yeah, it's meant to be enjoyed. Like I mentioned, the WhatsApp channel is the main source of communication where I will be sharing updates every morning at 11 a.m. and every evening at 6 p.m. I know this is the first time sending a kid to camp for most of you, which is why I am available for any questions or any concerns, or if you need a personal update about your child, and if you're, at all stressed at any point, you can reach out to me. We also, part of our philosophy is a digital detox and a no gadget policy. So children are not allowed any phones, iPads, Kindles, smart watches, AirTags, no gadgets that are allowed at all. This is so that they are, like I mentioned, completely in nature and having the time of their lives in that experience. And cameras can be carried again if they are willing to take responsibility for this gadget. While this is a beginner program, participants might be experiencing something a little bit more physically challenging than what they're used to. So start, preparing for this by doing a little bit of jogging or stretching or breaking into your new shoes is always a good way to start. We have a zero tolerance policy for bullying and indiscipline. So now there are kids who are, 9 to 11 years old, they're coming in from different cities, speak different languages, have different cultures. So there is some sort of friction is natural, and instructors are very well trained to handle this, to help kids talk to each other, work it out together. However, if despite repeated warnings, there are repeated incidences of bullying or indiscipline, then your child will be sent back home and will be blacklisted from further camps. This is usually very rare because kids usually are reasonably well behaved and do listen to the instructors well. But we do have a zero tolerance for this. No contraband, alcohol, cigarettes, obviously. One important point I'd like to mention is please do not send any junk food or tuck with your children. This is because, like I mentioned, we provide ample amounts of food. Kids can eat at any point in time if they're hungry at any point. We also want to keep their meals as healthy and nutritious as possible. Secondly, when children bring junk food with them, they usually try to hide it from the instructors. Then they will keep it in their tents, in their bags. This really increases the chances of wild animals, insects coming into their space, coming into their tents, which not only affects your child, but affects their tent mates as well. So please do not send any food with them. Now, when it comes to pocket money, usually kids carry around 2,000 to 3,000 rupees in case they are, flying in and out of Bangalore airport and would like to buy something at the airport. That's pretty normal. We also have a small merchandise store at the end of camp that we open on the last day. So if a child wants to buy a cap or a t-shirt as a memorabilia, this is the money they can use for that. But please do not send more than around 3,000 rupees if you are planning to send any pocket money. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me talk for so long. I'm going to quickly run through the kit list for the program as well, which is the packing list. As you know, Bangalore currently is experiencing light showers and some hot days, so it is a mixed climate. So, a basic packing list is 6 to 7 t-shirts, 2 to 3 pairs of shorts. So kids do not wear these when they are out doing their adventure activities, but this is usually for when they are playing around at camp. 3 to 4 track pants is very important because this is what they will be wearing for most of the day. We really encourage kids to wear long pants when they are going outside of campus for the activities, because this will severely minimize any scratches or bruises that they might get while they are outside and being active. 6 to 7 pairs of socks, one quick dry towel, one cap. This is also very important because it does get hot during the day. So a cap and sunglasses definitely will help. Undergarments, 2 pairs of night clothes, one jacket or sweatshirt. This is for the evenings or for the days it rains when it can get a little bit chilly, as well as one poncho or raincoat. Please send one pair of comfortable rubber sole shoes, ideally something that they are comfortable playing around in and using, because it should be worn in. We don't want kids to be wearing brand new shoes and then getting shoe bites and feeling uncomfortable during the program. And this is also very important. This is one pair of hiking sandals. So these are not flip-flops, not rubber chappals, not Crocs. These are proper leather sandals that we require with, if you can see the picture on the right, with the ankle strap. This is because, again, it really minimizes the chances of a kid falling, tripping, hurting themselves, versus if they are running around in Crocs or flip-flops. So these are 2 very important pieces of footwear. Please pack a toiletry bag along with their shower gel, toothbrush, paste, sunscreen, lip balm, etc. You can pack a mosquito repellent. We have this on campus as well, but feel free to pack your own. A pair of sunglasses, a torch for the night times, a plastic bag for wet clothes. They do play some water-based games on their last day of camp. And one personal water bottle, which is again very important so that they remain hydrated when they're off campus during the activities. Kids usually sleep in tents with sleeping bags. Now, this is something that we provide for them on campus. However, the sleeping bags we provide are not brand new sleeping bags. They're sleeping bags that get reused at every program. And at the end of the program, after our child has finished using it, it is completely sanitized and laid out in the sun to dry and so on. However, if you'd like to buy and pack your own sleeping bag, that is also totally fine. And an inflatable pillow is optional if that's something that they're used to sleeping with. Like I mentioned before, we have a doctor on campus, so if there is any child on any medication, please share that with me if it's not mentioned in the medical form already. And please send the prescription along with the medication when they come to camp. Any regular painkillers, cold medicine, Allegra, all of that we have available on campus. So this is only, please send any specific medication that your child might be on. And yes, if they wear spectacles, please pack an extra pair as well. So kids will require one small backpack. This is just a small knapsack to carry with them when they again leave campus for the activities, which will include enough space to fit their water bottle, their cap, their sunglasses, and so on. They should pack the majority of their belongings in a rucksack or a duffel bag. Please do not send a trolley bag or like a suitcase, as this is kids are expected to again take care of their own things, and the terrain at camp is really not suited for a trolley bag. Also, when these trolley bags are on the floor in their tents, because it's usually a hard suitcase, chances of kids again tripping and falling and injuring themselves are much higher. And we've noticed this over the last 30 years of running programs. So please pack a rucksack, if you can see the picture on the right, something like this, or a duffel bag. I think I've touched upon cash already. Please do not send any technology, any gadgets, any expensive jewelry that they might misplace, or any gadgets, Kindle, smartwatches, AirTags, nothing is allowed. And yes, cameras can be carried at their own risk. For participants who are flying into the program, if you're flying with an escort, then we will be taking care of you from the beginning of the, from your departure city itself. If you are meeting us at camp or at the airport, then we will be sharing details of the coordination, the timings, etc., about a day or two before the program. And if they are flying into the city, regardless of whether it's with an escort or with a parent, please pack a power bank. Please carry a phone for the travel. This will be taken from them and deposited with the instructors once they are on the bus, and it'll be given back to them before their return journey. But please also carry a power bank, a printed copy of their return ticket or for their flight, an original Aadhaar card for identification. This is very important, as Bangalore Airport will only accept this as a form of identification, and any cash that they might need. Yeah, okay, I think that is it. Thank you so much for listening to me talk. We can now get into any questions you might have. Okay, I think there are a lot of
Hi,
yes.
Preeti here. I'm Jay Trivedi's mother.
Yes.
So I want to drop Jay in the Bangalore city, but I want to pick him up from the airport because
Okay.
we are coming to drop him and we have worked there. We planned it since
Okay.
but so it's coming 2 days earlier. So I don't mind dropping him within the city, and when I pick him up, I'll pick him up from the airport because we fly back from there.
Okay, sure, ma'am. That should be fine. One of my colleagues, Kaveri, is the one who handles travel. She will be reaching out to you. You can also just share that information with me on chat.
WhatsApp? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
I'll do that.
I'll also just share my number with all of you.
Sure,
And like I said, I'm the point of contact for the program. So if anything, any questions, even after this, you can reach out to me.
sure.
Okay.
The
Uh,
rest all questions are from me, all answered. But I'm
okay.
just giving a experience of the last 2 seasons. The last season was particularly tough because we fell ill and the medical people out there force fed him. And on the bus, he vomited. There was not even kapada to clean what he vomited. So he used his own clothes to clean the vomit and throw it away. You guys didn't have the right infrastructure. And every time you coordinators will say, yes, ma'am, we'll take care and all that. And I've given this feedback after also somebody had come home and I'd given this feedback and they convinced me this time, and that's why I'm trying Skandagiri. But my son was reluctant to come this time because of that experience.
Okay, I completely understand, ma'am. And like I said, Skandagiri is a relatively easier camp to handle. It's very close to
I know,
family, and
I know,
uh,
I know.
we will definitely take good care and keep you updated
No,
through.
all I'm saying is if a child is unwell on the bus, also you should have the infrastructure for the child, right?
Right.
If the
No,
child is vomited on self and on the bag, he can't be cleaning up with his own clothes, right?
no, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm. Okay, I'll also be sharing the link to the WhatsApp channel, which I mentioned is where we will be doing
Sure.
all the communication on the chat. Please join it if you haven't already. So the WhatsApp channel will not show up as a chat, it'll show up on your update section. And you will have to follow the channel and click on the bell icon. This will ensure that you get the notifications for it. Did anyone have
Hi, yeah, I'm Nishita. My son's flying in from Hyderabad.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're talking to Michael, and he said we can book him as an adult ticket because we don't have the details of who will be accompanying him or so.
Yes.
That won't give any problem with the airlines or
No,
so.
ma'am. That's how we usually do it for all children below the age of 12 who are traveling with an escort. You just have to book the ticket as an adult. We'll be sharing the escort details the day before the program. This is because a lot of our escorts are instructors who are coming from other programs and so on. So we will be sharing all the information with you the day before. And they'll be meeting you at Hyderabad Airport. And we'll ensure all that coordination.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Okay. Any other questions?
One question. The pick and drop point in Indiranagar, that will also be shared later at the
Yes,
channel?
it's usually, ma'am, it's usually from Ganesh Temple in Indiranagar, which is on Old Airport Road. 90% of the time it's from there. If we have a smaller batch of children departing from the city, then we sometimes just do it from the Bangalore office, which is right next door to it. But we will share the official details and the time with you again about 24 hours before the program.
And that's at 10 a.m., right? In the morning?
Yes, it's at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, does anyone have any other questions? Okay, I think that's it then. Thank you all so much for attending. I'll be sharing the recording on the channel. So if you've missed out on anything, you can rewatch it. And you can also reach out to me for any questions or doubts going forward. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you call Jay's mother now?